What's the deal with y'all? It's your boy RJ and I'm back with another video. Before the video starts, make sure y'all like and comment on my last two. Let's get those up. And 98% of y'all are not subscribed, bro, so go ahead and tap in and let's get to 100K. Let's get it. Today, let's talk about tay-k, the original young YN. He's on trial for allegedly killing cameraman Mark Anthony Salvador in 2017 at Chick-fil-A. And this is capital murder, so you know that if he get convicted of this, he can get the death penalty, which is crazy. Let's get straight into it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, bro. tay-k is cooked. His own girlfriend is testifying against him, bro. She on the stand telling it all, bro. Like, I feel bad for everybody, bro. Like, they was so young doing dumb shit that they shouldn't even been doing. Somebody lost their life, bro. Like, this whole situation is and bro already got to serve 55 years, bro. So like, ain't nothing worse that can happen for real other than the death penalty, bro. But like, me personally, I don't want to see that for him, bro. And I'll show her testifying at the end of the video, but I don't know none of this shit that he was doing. But it's sad to see like somebody so talented throw their life away at a young age. But at the end of the day, young people don't be taking their shit too serious, in my opinion. Some of them, not all of them. And I'm not gonna lie, the worst thing about this whole, like, the video I'm about to show y'all is that she said that once tay-k shot Mark Pimp, you know, his mans that he always shouting out and say free pimp and all that, he high-fived this nigga tay-k like this shit is some game. Talk about congrats on your first body, my nigga. Like, y'all don't think that's crazy? I think that's crazy as hell. And they robbed him, bro. And they said tay-k was mad because he only had $10 on him. Like, bro, maybe this nigga deserved that shit, bro. I don't know, bro.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. And so, on the way to North Star Mall, what happened?
We hit the light at McCullough, and Tamar took out his gun and pointed it at Mark and asked for his bag. Mark refused to give him the bag, so they all started hitting him, and Tamar was hitting him with the gun, and the whole time I didn't look back, but when I did, I saw his face, and I started telling them to let him go, and I just kept screaming, let him go. And Jalen opened the door and started pushing him out, and he was fighting to get back in the car, and then they didn't let him in the car, so he went around the car and he jumped on the hood, and then the light turned green.
Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there, okay? So, when you all were at the light on McCullough, you said Tamar produced his gun, correct?
Yes.
And who did Tamar have the gun pointed at?
Mark.
And what was Tamar saying when he had the gun pointed at Mark?
To give him his bag.
And so, once the light turned green, what happened?
He pointed the gun at me and told me to start driving. So I started driving. I didn't know where to go, so I turned into the first place that I saw, which was the Chick-fil-A. Once I turned into the Chick-fil-A, he kept yelling at me to get him off the car. I didn't know how to, so I was just going back and forth really quickly. And then Mark kicked the windshield, and tay-k opened the door and shot him.
Okay.
He just
All right. So when you were in the Chick-fil-A parking lot and Mark was on the hood of the vehicle, who was sitting in the front passenger seat of the vehicle at that time?
Tamor.
What did you observe Tamor McIntyre do from the front passenger seat?
He shot up.
How did Tamor, did he exit the vehicle or did he roll the window down? How did he shoot?
Yeah, he opened the door and leaned out on one leg.
Okay. Now, do you see the person that shot Mark Anthony Saldivar in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you please point to him and identify him by an article of clothing he was wearing?
He's wearing a white shirt.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Tamor McIntyre. Now, I need to back up a little bit, and I apologize. When you all were at, where did Mark's backpack end up?
And Jalen had it.
Well, I'm gonna back up a little bit back to the stoplight on McCullough, okay? Did Tamor ever gain Mark's backpack at any point?
Yes.
Okay, and when was that?
And when they were fighting him.
Okay. And regarding, where was the backpack once you all were in Chick-fil-A? Do you know where it was or you didn't see it at that time?
I didn't see it.
Okay. Now, when you all were at that stoplight at McCullough and 410, prior to that, did you have any knowledge of Tamor's intentions to take Mark's belongings at gunpoint?
No, ma'am.
Okay, but then what did you observe occur?
He was robbing him.
And that's at the stoplight?
Yes.
Okay. When you all, well, I'm going to publish State's Exhibit.
Left and stopped at a Mexican restaurant.
Okay. I'm going to back up a little bit before we get to the Mexican restaurant. Was Mark Saldivar ever shot inside of your black Kia Forte?
No, ma'am.
At any point, did you see Mark Saldivar with a weapon on him?
No, ma'am.
To your knowledge, did anyone else in the vehicle have a firearm?
Jalen.
But who is the only person that you saw with a firearm in the motor vehicle?
Tamor.
And so when you get to the Mexican restaurant, what happens?
I parked the vehicle, and then they started getting out of the vehicle, and then I got out of the vehicle, and they were going through the backpack, and then also going through his wallet, throwing things out.
Okay, I want to back up a little bit. Do you recall who got out of the vehicle first?
Jeremiah.
Okay, and then after Jeremiah got out of, do you know where Jeremiah went once he got out of your vehicle?
No.
Okay, did he ever come back and meet with you there at the Mexican restaurant?
No.
Okay, and then who got out of the vehicle after Jeremiah did?
Tamor.
Okay. And so you said, do you know where Mark Saldivar's backpack was at this time?
Jalen had it.
Okay. And regarding Mark Saldivar's belongings, who did you observe with Mark Saldivar's wallet?
Jalen.
Okay. Do you know if there was anything inside of the wallet?
Yeah, I got upset because there was only $10.
When you say he got upset, who are you referring to?
Jalen.
Can you please describe to the jury the demeanor of Tamor McIntyre and Jalen Bell at the Mexican restaurant once you all got off the vehicle?
They were kind of going back and forth, and then Jalen applauded him and gave him a high five, and they high-fived each other, And Jalen said he caught your first body.
If you made it this far in the video, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be way more consistent. I'm gonna be posting way more. Just leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bells for the next video. And it's been your boy RJ, and I'm out.